My name is Elisa Garcia. I have 10 years of experience in communication and digital marketing acquired at the Hermes Group and Icon, an international influencer marketing agency. Now we'll talk about the importance of content creation and branding and visibility. Among the 4 billion people online worldwide, 80% are active social network users. How can a brand stand out from the 1.5 billion videos viewed on YouTube every year and the 95 million visuals posted every day on Instagram? Most brands have already launched digital and social media campaigns to engage with their audience, so the space is becoming saturated and the ability to emerge is a real challenge. Surprisingly, as more and more content is blossoming on social platforms, the level of creativity seems to lower. Instagram is getting quite boring. 325 million posts mentioned the hashtag ThrowbackThursday, 11 million people posted content related to the hashtag weeklyfluff, and the top 10 in France are love, Paris, sun, Instagood, friends, summer, peak of the day, friends, girls, and happy. So if a brand wants to attract the largest community, the best way could be to tell a love story during a summer in Paris involving a girls' night out and a cute Samoyed named Fluffy. Obviously not. No one needs another ad-like content lost between hundreds of other same campaigns. Content creation appears as the discipline to master. Progressive brands need to be prepared for the new generation of consumers, more discerning, seeking new ideas, perspective, connection that make sense and bring them value. The first thing to set up an effective content strategy is to define the objectives to meet the right KPIs. It's the only way to have a chance to meet the expectation. You can raise visibility, this is awareness, create desirability, this is the image, initiate the conversation with your consumers, engagement, and obviously increase turnover, the drive to store. So let's talk about good example. When you build a content strategy, you are allowed to rely on existing rules. Consumers, some of them have been born and raised on social platforms, are used to these rules. Brands don't have to break all the codes to be heard online. They can subtly reinterpret those rules, take the most of them, even make fun of them. Some existing and established habits can be reinterpreted, such as the haul or some dedicated hashtag used by fashion addicts. People who love fashion usually share some habits to meet their peers on social networks. So the haul was a must during the golden age of blogging. The brand Rimowa reinterpreted this trend in a sophisticated, creative, and let's say nonchalant way. The hashtag What is in my Rimowa is a series of hauls that are regularly posted on the corporate Instagram account of the brand. The hashtag is becoming an editorial on its own dedicated to this topic. So the brand reuses the good old recipes with a twist that makes all the difference. Then, every fashion brand needs to boost their desirability online, especially the ones that are digital only. The NVB must fight to attract customers that will not benefit from the physical experience in store. Brands must help their potential clients to project themselves into these outfits. The interaction between corporate platforms and social networks become essential. The complete experience can be rethought through a smart content creation strategy. Newcomers like Polimi are not only creative in their artistic direction, but also in the way they share their story. The two directors decided to start from one post on the account of Polimi and bring their followers into like an endless journey. The first post leads to the beginning of the story, then you have 2 choices per post, and then a combination of 50 stories allow them to tell a long story through snippets of Polimi's DNA. You meet the PR manager, Lucien Pagès, the transgender model Teddy Kinlivan, the editorialist Augustin Trapenat, the fashion journalist Alexandra Golovanov, the artist Chloé Weiss, the actress Rebecca Dayan, or their closest friends such as Elena Tejedor, their own stylist. This is not a campaign casting. This is the creation of an ideal and genuine community. All the guests are wearing Polimi's clothes, but only a few pieces, no total looks. They are wearing their own outfits like in their real life. Finally, content creation should be considered in a global and inclusive strategy. Every single opportunity must be seized to create qualitative content. The PR experience should be improved through master content productions. A launch party might be the main occasion to set up a content factory and revisit a story. Roger Vivier chose an event to tell a completely new story based on a deep dive of the DNA of the brand. They organized the content production during a cocktail party. Styling, location, video format, body language, every detail of the production led to a highly engaging and disruptive campaign. So there is no magic recipe to build a perfect content strategy. The strategy that will fit perfectly with the right community is the tailor-made one. So the 3 key learnings are: dare to experiment and fine-tune, be consistent and persistent, and think about an inclusive communication plan.